Hello, I am Anna McDormand. I'm one of the lovely seniors here at Taft High School. I'm also on the Taft varsity Toms team here. We are defending city champions. I'm also part of Taft's drama club, so I'm very involved. Also one of the first people you are going to hear speaking on Taft THTV. So you're going to be hearing a lot more from me, and I hope you guys are also going to be trying to join and so that you guys can talk from here too. So we are revitalizing THTV so you guys can hear us and see us as much as we can get that to happen. But as we're getting into second semester, I think there's going to be a lot on our minds. My mind is always busy. There's so much going on. We got grades, there's clubs and everything. Right now, especially with the governor saying like, hey, some of us don't need to wear masks, but CPS is saying we still gotta wear masks. It's a big thing a lot of us, have certain opinions on. But at Taft, we have over 80 clubs, and I think that's something that we should all be a part of. I think it's great. Being a part of a club gets you to make new friends, and it turns your world around. And I think if you really want to join a club, you should join THTV. But some of our great clubs that are up and coming, we've got robotics. They're constantly building new crazy things. We've got the drama club. They've got plays and musicals. We got a one-act festival. But outside of clubs and outside of actually doing things, we see all these things in our yearbooks, and the deadline's coming up for this, so I think everyone should go out and buy a yearbook. I know I've already bought mine. After yearbooks, we've got a big thing coming up with CPS starting schools next year at a completely different time. Schools are starting earlier in August so that we can get out in sometime in May. Things are changing. We're going to be getting the whole week off for Thanksgiving break. It's really crazy. But before this whole year ends, we're going to have prom, so seniors, join the prom committee. June 3rd, we should be having prom, and next up, we're going to be talking about sports with our athletic director, Taff Kessler.
Hi, I'm Matthew Gustafson, and I'm here to walk you through some of the highlights of the Taft season so far with both the fall and winter sports. Thank you for being here with us today on THTV, Mr. Kessler. For those of you who don't know, the Taft athletic director, can you give us a little bit of an overview of Taft athletics so far this year?
Sure, yeah. We in the fall we started off with a bang. Our football team, led by first-year coach Zach Elder, had one of our most successful seasons ever. Hosted a state playoff game, saw the return of Friday Night Lights. Moving ahead to winter, we had quite a few new coaches who I think did really well in setting a foundation in their first years with their program, and we're excited to move forward. Had a lot of kids come out for fall sports, over 800. Which is, more kids than some high schools have. Super supportive administration. Very successful football season, highlighted by the individual success of Ryan Prebsky, who's going on to college to play football. Moving ahead to the winter, we're wrapping a lot of that stuff up right now. We've got a couple of, 3 wrestlers that placed in the regional champions. Ryan Prebsky, actually, Greg Krupa and Colin Roque, and they're actually on their way to compete in the sectionals right now. In about a week or so, we'll know how. By the time this airs, I suppose we'll know how they did.
Another great year for Taft sports as they continue to build momentum, and we'll look to see some future success, especially in football, where we seem to be building towards the first win in a state tournament. Now, why don't we look at some of these sports in the spring? Obviously, one of the headliners is going to be softball. City champions. They won their sectional, making them one of the 8 best teams in the state.
Yeah, I think we're all super excited to see how softball follows up what I believe to be one of the most successful seasons that any team has ever had at Taft. Coach B is doing a great job, and I think they're primed to repeat some of that success.
And how about baseball? Can they get over the hump and get a city championship?
I think they can. I think Coach Pildis has got them working hard, and we're always right there. And I think we're looking pretty good this year.
And speaking of the spring sports season, when is registration for spring sports, and where should students go in order to get information about that?
Yeah, so registration's open now. We got a deadline of February 26th. So you're going to want to do that as soon as possible. You can go to the website. There's actually an athletics button on the top right-hand side. That'll take you to registration, or if you have any questions, you can email me, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that anyone has.
A promising year so far for Taft Athletics as they look to continue to build on the spring and winter success as the Eagles continue to look towards their goal of becoming the best sports program in the city. I'm Matthew Gustafson for THTV.
Among Taft students, Netflix and Amazon Prime seem to be the most popular platforms to watch film on. And we have a resident teacher here from Taft, Mr. D.I., who is going to talk to us about these films.
So on Netflix, there are 2 series I would recommend. The first is BoJack Horseman, which has already aired all of its episodes. It starts off like a typical animated series, but then delves into issues that really hit us as human beings and really challenged us to think about who we are. And Cobra Kai is an ongoing series right now. I would recommend to really see the generational differences and commonalities among us all.
I have not watched BoJack Horseman yet, but I have watched Cobra Kai, and it's definitely one of my favorite shows to watch. But going off of movies, do you have any recommendations?
The movie that comes to mind on Netflix is A Futile and Stupid Gesture about the history of National Lampoon, a time in the late 20th century about comedy, which right now I think we really need. Living through this pandemic, we've had so much hate that's been spewed through social media. We should remind ourselves of the importance of laughing again.
All right, thank you for being here with us, Mr. D.I. It was great hearing all of your recommendations. I hope our Taft students actually listen to them and watch some of the films we talked about. And again, just thank you for coming and talking to us.
I appreciate your asking me to be here and hope to see you all soon.